As it's 16 years since we met, I have a confession.
Are you breaking up? Is it the end of this podcast?
No.
Because I'm going to be pissed after everything. What?
I completely thought you catfished me when we first met.
What?
Because, listen to this, Dan was the last person to get off the train. Who gets off the train last?
If you get onto the train first at the station because you don't want to do all that walking, you're going to have to do a dramatic walk down the platform later.
Right.
If you're meeting your mysterious lover off the internet, don't you want them to do the longest walk down a train platform ever?
I was stood there 5 minutes. Come on, buddy.
Oh,
10
that whole
minutes.
time you thought I was going to stand you up.
I bet you were in the train toilet adjusting your hat.
How dare you?
You know, your fuzzy
I
hat.
looked lovely in my 2009 Trapper hat, thank you.
Sure.
Well, I thought you were going to catfish me.
How?
This is like a rude personal attack.
I will bring it on now. It's time to break up.
I'm just going to drop it. Phill, when I first met you, I thought you were wearing a wig.
What? How?
You don't understand. Phill
A wig?
he just re-dyed his hair
Yes.
black, okay? And the black that you used to dye your hair, it was not natural chocolate brown. It was like Savage, Schwarzkopf, triple black, Raven, Meyer. And this was shiny, and you had hairsprayed it. It didn't move.
What?
So the first time I saw you, I was trying to make eye contact, and I just couldn't stop staring at his head, and I was like...
I guess it
It didn't move in the wind.
I guess it is so perfect because I emptied a whole can of hairspray into it.
Oh, you made such an effort to look nice that you actually looked almost dementedly perfect.
Fine.
So you thought that I might turn up and be Pauline, 58 from Bradford.
Yes.
And I thought that you were bald.
Great.
Slay.
Cool.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that we're just getting things off our chest 16 years deep into this thing.
There we go.
16 years.
16.
Disgusting.
That's a large number. People aged 16, they can...
In terms of numbers, it's not a large number.
It is.
Numbers go to like a billion. 16 is 16 from zero.
16-year-olds can go to war.
Can they?
I don't know. Can you?
I love the top comment on the YouTube upload of the podcast last week was, great, who needs AI for disinformation? I'm going to get it from Phill now, Wheatley.
Look, I said facts are fun sometimes when they're lies.
But this is a vibe-based podcast where Phill just says however he feels, and we need to accept that that's the joy of life.
It is the joy of life. Also, fact...
With a PH.
With a...
Which is our medical disclaimer rolling across the ticker at the bottom of the screen. When a fact is said on this podcast, it is in fact maybe just a nice story.
I met a man.
When? Do I need to call your mum? Are you being catfished now?
Me and Dan went to a butterfly house, and I met a man, and he told me 100% that I have a twin. No, not like
but
you might have a twin.
It was in a weird way. It was like, I saw your twin the other day.
He was like,
What?
I saw your twin, comes here all the time. He's got a favourite moth.
Excuse me?
A favourite moth.
I don't know how many other 6'3", 30-something-year-old twinks you've seen with bright platinum white hair.
He was so convinced I had a twin. He was like, oh, it's you again. I was like, no.
I think you've got a rival. Maybe someone's trying to clone your identity, or you need to find this person and kill them.
That's interesting, though. If anyone goes to Bexley Butterfly House, there is a Phill twin walking around, which could kind of solve the would you your clone thing. I could go find him
and
give him a go.
Okay. Yeah.
No?
We're not twin shaming here.
Okay.
I've made my thoughts on self-cest abundantly clear.
It's
over the
legal
years.
if you're not related.
I don't think there's rules on that yet, which means it's fresh ground ready for you to make whatever rules you want.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, what a celebration of the 16 years of us knowing each other.
I know.
Phill is fantasizing about himself loose in South London somewhere.
Somewhere he's out there.
I feel like our story was quite wholesome, though, because we met via social media. We knew each other a bit just from going, oh, we have similar interests online. We Skyped to establish that there wasn't a catfish situation.
We did.
And so it felt okay to meet a stranger off the internet.
It was okay. We kind of proved that we were each other until you thought I was wearing a wig.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have known that from the internet. YouTube
No.
can hide any kind of wig situation.
No, but it's always awkward meeting someone from the internet for the first time because you're like, what are they going to be like?
Did you see Dua Lipa, fiancé?
Oh,
Good for her. Do you hear how they met?
No.
On a park bench reading the same book.
What? That
What was the
cannot be
line
real.
that was dropped? Wait, okay. Callum, the fiancé, said,
Callum.
I just finished the first chapter 2, so we're on the same page.
Ooh, I mean, that's smooth.
Oh, yeah, no, it's smooth. Retract, love celebrities, love all the Dua Lipa fans listening to the podcast.
The best way to get a date is to pretend you're reading a book in a park and look hot.
Did he win performative maleness?
Maybe.
He put it out there. He was like, not only have I done it, I got Dua Lipa. Suck it forever.
Although,
everyone.
saying that, you were chatting to me about Muse on the internet.
Oh, I did the same
did.
thing.
Like
I did
with
like
the
the
Muse
weird
album.
nerd version. Phill was like, "Oh, I'm listening to my new favorite album, The Resistance by Muse," and then
Yeah.
I posted a photo just being like, "Oh, I just got this album."
There we go.
Oh my
you
God.
are Dua Lipa.
I was the performative twink.
You're the blueprint
I was
twink.
the performative weird internet nerd.
You might as well have sat in a park just caressing the album until I
I
came
was
up to
really
you.
out there on social media pre-career, just being like, "Hi, I'm Dan. For no reason, I'd like to disclose that I love Final Fantasy. I love Muse. I like things from Manchester."
Yeah.
I'm so
Urdis.
crazy. Does anyone like that? Unless
The print works. You love it. And look what happened.
career. So the moral of the story
Career.
is, if you want to bag someone, a sugar daddy,
Bag
a
that.
sugar pop mistress, lie about your interests, stalk them, turn up in the place, do your thing.
Am I a sugar pop mistress?
Hard pivot. Is it time to bring in Richard, the random
No.
topic generator? We're not there yet.
Richard is asleep.
Okay.
He's waiting.
Beauty rest.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't have a colourful drink today.
Well, thank God. Last
just
time you
gone for
almost
water.
shit yourself with dragon fruit.
I
didn't
did
you?
really need the toilet when I got home.
How are you feeling today? Do I need to know?
I'm feeling adequately moist.
Cheers to being hydrated with something normal.
Yes.
And episode 2 of the pod, we want to say thank you to all of the
Thanks.
people across Spotify, Apple, YouTube that tuned into the first episode.
We had a lovely response. Everyone was nice.
They were kind of scared. We
Yeah.
had people going, "Wow, their dynamic did not change at all."
No.
Are we like scared by that retroactively?
If anything, it's got worse.
100%.
We've had some banging comments.
We love customer feedback early in this product cycle.
Quirky Katie. This set looks like the TARDIS if it was gay. I get it.
Honestly, fact.
What would a gay Dalek look like?
I think Daleks are already pretty fucking gay.
Yeah, I think they are all gay.
Plunger, get out of here, freak. Jedward said, "Here's to living your best life, fan."
Oh,
Jepic
Jedward.
comment. Thank you.
Jepic. They're always at the scene of the crime.
We had a lot of comments about the lava lamp. Look, this lava lamp is thick as shit, and it takes hours to warm up. And we're now realizing we basically need to come in here at about 4 a.m. and turn it on.
Otherwise, it looks like human meat for a while.
Yeah, Lucy said it looks like a jar of human remains
Ty Blip said it looks like a bunch of fingers, LMAO.
in a scary way. Skylar, why does it low-key look like my period clots in the toilet core?
No!
And that's when we executively decided to stop
I should have got a blue one.
being interested in audience feedback. And what would Blue have done?
Not
Smurf
look like...
period.
Oh my God.
Rihanna has menstruation
Stop
too.
it.
Was Rihanna Smurfette?
Yes.
I don't know. Who the watched the Smurfs movie?
Rihanna is Smurfette.
Weird people on
Speaking
Tumblr.
of
No
movies, we went to a red carpet premiere for the first
Dan
time
and
in
Phill, we're in our
5 years.
participating in society era.
Do you want to
for
know
a reason?
the reason we did this?
Because we love film.
No.
Because we want to support LGBT art.
When the news broke that we're double gay, everyone
Gay,
was...
collaboratively gay.
Double gay. Everyone was posting these articles about us, and they were using ancient archaeological Dan and Phill emo hair, disgusting red carpet photos.
You gotta ask permission to post a photo of someone.
No.
And so when you go to an event and people take Getty image photos, that is free for anyone to use forever. But the last time we were in our going to event era was when we had emo hair.
And terrible fashion sense, and
like
awkward
almost
poses.
Disney Channel era red carpet moments.
I hate these pictures so much, I want to just erase them from the internet.
However, you can't do that. They
No.
are there forever. And so we were told, Dan and Phill, the only way you'll ever replace these images are by actually going outside and doing shit.
Like a beacon
no.
of light. Who invites us to a premiere but the gay BDSM Alexander Skarsgård?
Subdom rom-com pillion.
Yes.
And so we turned up in a movie that is about guys that wear necklaces with locks on. I accidentally served choking kink
You did.
on the red carpet.
And I was like the motorcycle daddy that owns you.
That is exactly what this looked like.
It was.
But it was great. I
was
thought
great.
we looked good.
And I was nervous because I have been so fixated on how annoying my hands look in all of these pictures. Because I do a claw hand thing, right? Where I like hook it into a pocket and look like I've got a claw. So I was like,
It's hard to know what to do with your body.
Yes.
And you can all judge on social
It's
media,
horrible.
okay? But when you are caught off guard and someone says, pose! What
Pose.
is your totally natural, candid thing that you do?
And I was thinking, right, if I put a hand in my pocket, everyone's going to be like, what's he hiding? Has he got a gun? If I put both hands in my pocket...
is that a bulge in your pocket or are you a weirdo? What?
both hands in my pocket, I look like I don't care about the film.
No, that's sloppy. Hands together
Yeah.
is like, do you need to piss or are you Emmanuel Macron? Not valid.
Not gonna lie, I googled male duo
We studied it.
photos.
We studied it. There's double hands in pockets. No.
No.
There's double hands by sides. No. There's double hands clasped together. No. There's one hand in pocket, one by side.
Yeah.
I took that.
So,
I'm very good at doing
I
that.
saw people in suit jackets hold the jacket.
Just like a confident, like...
Support the jacket.
You know what I mean?
I saw the picture that we got, and I really like it. And I was like...
I thought you served fun.
Thank fuck. And I had some comments from friends and family like, oh my God, you finally look nice.
Slay. You did it.
Go on the internet. Everyone's laughing at my hand.
Look at what Phil's doing with his hands.
Claw hand.
You're trying to grab your boob.
I was holding my jacket. I wasn't doing an Arthur fist.
I guess the rage that Phill is containing.
I'm being a sophisticated jacket holder.
It's so hard. I think there was 1 inch between you looking like an angry fist. That's a horrible sentence.
Oh my God.
I don't know. Very Pillion.
Especially in the Pillion landscape.
And looking like you're just kind of awkwardly trying to keep your clothes on.
I'm putting it out there. I don't care. I think I look nice in that picture, and I'm claiming it.
And we are glad that we participated in society.
Yes.
It was terrifying. We had a nice time. People now know that Phil's blonde. Mission achieved.
We did.
Week 2, still don't have any sponsors.
No.
Oh, yeah, because people would have watched the last one and thought,
let's back out of that one.
Yeah, I think not. What
Can't say-
reputable brand is going to sign up to this
Penis shaft.
So today, our sponsor is...
Ourselves.
We've made a joint Instagram and TikTok.
Yes. Everyone listening or watching right now,
Go to @Dan and Phill
on Instagram and TikTok and just press follow. That's all you need to do.
This is where you will get the best clips if you are like, I am not listening to all that. Give me the best 90 seconds or whatever Phill is forcing me to do on TikTok that week.
You said you would never make TikToks, and look at you now.
We're also going to use the accounts to get you guys involved in the content. You never know what the hell we're going to do on this podcast or anything else. So if you want a sneaky peek at being involved, you better follow those accounts. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have to say like hashtag add us, follow
No.
us on Instagram?
We are us.
I am gifting the TikTok account to you.
Sure.
This is gifted.
Great. Am I having a wardrobe malfunction? What is
Oh, you're
what is
showing
going
ankle,
on?
you Victorian slut.
Stop it.
What, you read that thing about tablecloths?
Oh my
and now
God.
You're like, I'm going to give people all the nobbles.
All the ankle people
Also,
are
someone
like-
on Twitter was like, Dan, Phill didn't lie about tablecloths.
Really?
Shut up. I
Is
don't
it
want to know
true?
if Phil's telling the truth ever.
Boners out there
I
everywhere.
think one guy wrote a diary talking about how some men are uncontrollably horny for table legs. But that
Okay.
doesn't mean that's why the cloths existed, okay?
I'm not going to say I haven't seen a sexy table leg every so often.
There's some furniture out there for sure.
There is. What would you in this room if you had to? I'd probably go for...
The lava lamp, obviously.
That'd be hot. It'd burn you from the inside. Unless you're
Yeah.
going into the plug hole.
Too far.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm looking around. Not the dog. That's weird. This Mac, 100%.
That's quite sexy.
Should learn to turn her on one day.
She's got a handle.
And a pronoun now. We love this.
Yeah.
Are we going to have any theys in the set? Lava lamp is non-binary.
Maybe.
Okay, we've just established that.
Speaking of wardrobe, you're peeling as well.
I
Looking at me. Your ten's coming off or whatever it is.
I washed my shirt and now it's peeling. I think it's gone. I think there's no way to save this. If you
No.
rip it, it looks shit. If you stick it, it looks shit.
Just
A couple of the beads have come off. Soak it in, guys. Did we intentionally both wear these?
no.
We just went for things that look purple.
We're just like
oh my
gay
God, our mind.
Gay footballers come out. So the Pillion movie, Alexander Skarsgård, it was like porn. I was like...
It was quite explicit, yeah.
I would not watch it with your family at Christmas, I'll
It's
say that
not
much.
a family Christmas.
There was
Penis.
penetration.
Pierced.
Pierced, penetrative
Penis.
penises.
We have a lot of like lesbian listeners, and the first episode of this podcast,
It was very
there was
penisy.
a lot of.
Yeah, sorry about
I'm
that.
so sorry.
I didn't even plan for
But
that
maybe
to
we're
happen.
like softening. Oh my God, we're softening the.
Oh, no,
my
damn.
God! I just meant like the blow. The blow. I
stop
mean,
it.
we're making the topic less
Yeah.
patriarchally oppressive
Okay.
by sissifying it.
It was a good film. I just felt a little bit awkward watching those extended sexual scenes.
Because Russell Tovey was next to you.
Maybe.
Okay.
I mean, it was all a bit much. I was very flustered. But we also had a meet and greet with about 40 people in the cinema.
So we were at the London Film Festival, which is a lovely thing. Go to film festivals.
Yeah.
Art is a lovely environment. And
could have been
people
a-
just came... Go on.
Ferris wheel or something. They call it a festival.
A Ferris wheel?
Yeah, if you
the
go-
f- are you talking about?
If you go to like Glastonbury, they've got other fun stuff. You've got Helter Skelter.
Right, so you're
the main
saying you
stage.
cannot call something a film festival if it's merely the activity. You need a kebab van.
Yes.
You need face paint.
I want
You need portaloos.
candy floss.
I need just oceans of piss.
We're getting sidetracked. I don't want oceans
Are
of
we?
piss.
I think we should stay on oceans of piss. I like where this is. I crossed my legs.
Oh,
'cause-
well, when you said it.
Yeah, you know, I'm like, ooh, bladder, don't talk about oceans of piss.
Piss. Do you need to go? Are you holding
no,
it in?
I'm good. I'm going to spread them. Okay.
Anyway, people were coming out of the World War I, Yowie, Josh, What's he called?
Josh O'Connor,
Josh
Paul
O'Connor.
Mescal.
Yes.
Sad World War One gay movie.
Who'd have thought the Dan and Phill audience would cross over with people wanting to watch
Everybody.
a gay, sad film?
If you want to know what eclectic company you're in, listeners and dear viewers, you go to film festivals, you watch historical gay, and people are in it because Paul Mescal gay.
Yeah, it's
but
true.
But let's not denigrate that.
No.
I heard it's devastatingly sad.
No.
Basically, everybody that came out was sobbing.
They were.
And then because we didn't know they were going to empty the cinema before we went in, we were just stood in the middle of this foyer, and every single person was like, Dan and Phill? What the f*** are you doing
It's like
here?
with tears streaming down their face.
Not people didn't want that to be the time.
No.
They were like, have I died? Am I so overwhelmed by this tragic gay life, which is the only one that can exist, that I'm hallucinating?
Hallucinating. Another thing, which sounds bougie, like, oh, I go to premieres. No one has popcorn.
Yeah, that shit.
Why aren't they eating popcorn?
If anyone here has ever had a dream of going to a film premiere, that is an ass experience.
Give me the popcorn.
Me and Phill, we like to get double massive sodas, 2 large salted popcorns each, brains off, mouth open, disengage with reality.
Shovel it in for the full 2 hours.
That's what they said. And when you go to a premiere, it's like, oh, here's our sponsored packet of pop chips and a Vita Coco. F off.
Coconut water? Do you hate me? Do
You
you want
off
to give
your cocoa nut?
your film 1 star?
Oh, did you have a nice time? Did it leave a good impression in your mind? No, just like absolute mid-crisp.
Yeah, anyway, we had a lovely time. Speaking of lovely time, the spooky week
It's a
is
lovely
coming.
time of the year.
Yeah.
Oh, can you feel the pumpkin tingle?
I can feel that tingling pumpkin.
I think that's just the cold air. Summer
it
doesn't
is.
exist in the UK. That was over in 1 second.
It was.
I don't think that I mind autumn temperatures, but as someone that struggles to get out of bed and doesn't leave the house because I'm very online, it just
Yeah.
seems like days don't exist anymore.
I know, but I feel like we're going to make the most of this spooky time.
People have been wondering in this new era if we're going to embrace our traditions of festive programming, and
Yeah.
in other long, obtuse words in my vocabulary, I can neither confirm or deny, but I can perhaps tease
Tease?
and encourage.
Could we, like, edge ourselves into spooky season a little bit somehow?
Different word.
Edge?
See, I just said that whole
Ease.
sentence and you just went straight to
I
edge.
said we were going to make it green. Can we be green? Just for a bit?
Oh, for f***'s sake.
Please, Dad.
What the fuck did you just call me?
Dan.
I have a soundboard.
Oh, I forgot
Did you know
about that.
Yeah, I programmed it. I just
What
got
else have
some
we got?
essentials in the Dan and Phill thing. Okay, so we've done something cringe. One of us has just flopped. I'm shaming someone.
No.
Someone makes a bad joke.
Nice.
Someone does something overtly sexual.
We could have used
did
that
that last week.
Last week, we could
Phill,
have that.
how's your ghost penis?
I don't have a genus today.
I don't think we're making genus a thing.
Genus? That's apparently someone told me that's what you say. You don't say ghost penis.
Which one of you people told him that? Don't tell Phill things that he'll then
Thousands of
remember and then
people
say in front of me.
are listening to this with Geni right now. Spooky time.
Yeah, that's quite spooky. Okay.
Oh! It's happened. What's the spookiest thing that we've ever done together?
Destroy the minds of millions of young people.
yeah.
Don't, producers, shut up.
It's true.
That's me being sincere, but no,
Last-
for real. No, that's f***ed up. We're horrible people.
Time last year, we were dressed as good omens.
Yeah,
We were in
the
a
year
ve-
before that, I was just as a sexy nun. Can't
Yes.
keep up with that.
Gosh, we were in a very smoky bar last year, and I had one drink. What was it?
You had a French 75. I think that's what it's called. And the cocktail is half and half Prosecco and gin.
Something happened to me.
And the magic of Prosecco is it destroys the taste of anything else. So Phill had essentially a cup of tea that was half straight gin, half Prosecco. He drank it like it was just a fizzy Ribena, and Phill was apocalyptically f***ed in about 15 minutes.
I never get that drunk, and I had one drink.
Phill and one other guy that was on our tour crew, it was like a problem.
It was.
We started being like, are they on something? I had to be like, Phill is not on something.
I felt like-
we're on tour. We got
I felt
shows
like
to do.
I'd done a drug.
They were very silly, very silly.
I ended up draped around a furry, and everyone's like, "Where's he gone?" And I was just
was
talking
that
to
a
this.
furry or was it just a werewolf Halloween person?
I think it was a furry
I was
werewolf.
also quite drunk. I don't remember.
I liked the fact that he was a furry, and he was
How
telling
big
me
was the head and the feet? Because if it's a furry, they're like huge.
he was telling me how he attached his paws. I remember that.
That still doesn't answer the question.
I don't know.
You should have said how you've attached the tail.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh. I like the season. Not the weather, but the vibe. Daniel does not respect my beliefs, though.
And what do you believe in other than yourself?
Well, I've got my superstitions.
I said that as if it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
You believe in yourself, nerd. Phil's got his priorities right. I have crippling mental health problems.
Dan gets some new shoes, whacks them on the table.
Yeah, because who gives a shit? You're putting shoes on a table.
I want to cut my fingernails on a Sunday. He hands me the scissors.
Sorry, if we're talking about the list of superstitions, you can't cut your fingernails on a Sunday.
No, I've spoken about this before. It will make you die. That's like the biggest doom you can put upon yourself.
So in case anyone doesn't know, this is how it works. Phill likes to believe in things. I like to believe in nothing. Ergo, Phill loves all superstitions, fairy tales, ghosts, stuff like that. And
I love it.
I'm a man of science, and by that I mean I'm miserable.
Okay, well, good luck.
I'm unmagical.
Put those trainers on the table and then instantly die.
Am I dead right now?
You will be.
Is this the reveal?
Well, we've been through some supernatural things before, and you've just been like, it's just science.
What?
We saw ball lightning.
Diva, that's science.
No, it's not. People are like, we don't know if it's true or if an alien sent it.
Mate, if people don't know if something is scientifically true or not, that doesn't mean it definitely is extraterrestrial.
It does.
Okay, so we have told the story of ball lightning before in our life, but I think this is a very important moment where we have to disclaim something. Welcome to the Dan and Phill Hard Launch podcast. On this podcast, we will repeat stories that we have told before on the internet. Because who the can remember everything they've ever said for 16 years? Also, as Phill likes to say, retelling a story and just sprinkling a bit of lie.
Sprinkling in lies just adds a bit of flavour to a story.
It's not the same story again if you change half of the facts.
We were on a bunk bed together in my parents' house, and we looked out of the window.
You shut the fuck. Phill is taking the piss right now.
We were.
Phil's family house has a spare bedroom which has a view over the valley, and there was a storm.
Were we all not sat on the bunk bed?
So we were sat on a bunk bed because it was next to the window.
Top or bottom?
We were both on the bottom bunk.
Yes, and we were looking out over the valley of Rossendale.
Which had an epic view of a thunderstorm.
This is 100% no filled like sprinkling.
No, I'm here to verify.
A huge ball of light travelled across the hill.
It started with a crack of lightning.
A huge ball of light.
And then an orb of lightning remained.
The size of a house.
It was, from our perspective, I would say at least 3 meters wide.
Yes.
This thing looked absolutely fucking huge. A ball of electric
it was
light,
crackling.
a sphere crackling.
Like a Voltorb.
And it moved, it went zzz, 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 and then it just exploded.
And a tree next to it set on fire.
And we just stood there in complete silence.
Sat.
And then after, shut up.
On the bed.
Okay, whatever, we were looking out the window.
Yeah.
After about 20 seconds, we looked at each other and we were like,
what the was that?
so you saw that, right?
Yeah.
We have no reason to lie.
No.
Ball lightning is real. Dan and Phill saw it.
There we go. And that was a superstitious, weird thing that you saw and you believed it.
It is a scientific phenomenon that I think has probably been explained on Wikipedia.
I don't think it has, because we're one of the only people to have seen it and there's never been a photo of it. That's how rare it is.
And people are expected to believe you with your track record.
Yes.
Okay. Right, what else weird shit do British people believe in?
I mean, it's all probably true.
There's a specific Wikipedia, which is superstition in Great Britain, because you know our locals are the weirdest.
They are.
Magpies. Do you know those?
1 for sorrow, 2 for joy.
How does it keep going?
3 for a boy. 4 for a boy.
Okay.
5 for another boy.
It's gay. The most well-known British table superstition is not to sit 13
Tablecloth.
people at a table. No, not horny
Sorry.
tablecloth. Salt is spilled. You gotta throw it over your left shoulder. Otherwise,
the devil's eye.
The devil's gonna bone you or something. Crossed knives at a table signify a conflict. Or just that you're sat next to Phill and he had a little Phill oopsie.
Look in your eyes while you're cheersing, or bad sex.
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Boundaries, everybody.
Yes.
Dan and Phill did a long video about boundaries.
Can we spook it up a bit? I've got a good story.
Is it a true story?
It's gonna edge people into Halloween. It's true, and it's the story of the sheep hole. We had a sheep hole near my house.
Is that a slur?
No, it was a hole in the hill that me and my friends would go down a ladder, and it was full of sheep bones. But every so often we'd go down, and someone...
Pause. Rewind. You used to live in the northern valley town of Rawtenstall.
Yes, and then-
there were rolling fields. Kids used to just explore. Somewhere near your house,
There was
in
like
a public area,
a hole.
there was a pit.
A pit.
That was how deep?
Really deep, like the depth of a house.
Several at the depth of a house. How many
Yes.
ball lightnings was this hole deep?
4 ball
How
lightnings.
many balls can you fit in the hole?
A lot.
Okay.
And we would climb down, and there
Why
was...
would you climb down into a hole that sheep fell in and
We
died?
wanted to see the sheep skulls, but I think there was a ghost of a sheep down there because every
Did y'all
time...
not have Google images back then?
No, it was like 1943. When we go down,
Sick. Yep.
you would hear this.
No, you didn't.
You did. And I think it was the ghost of a sheep.
No, that was the body of a still alive sheep that just fell down.
No,
that
you
your blind ass bitch feet didn't notice you were stepping on it. It was going, please call the vet.
Anyway.
Get off me. And you're going, XD, where's the ladder?
My friend, Kim Smith, went
Real
down.
name, yeah?
Yes.
Real name, not real person Kim Smith.
She collected-
Is this a Phill
It's real.
embellishment, or are you censoring
No.
your friend's name?
Or would I come up with a boring name like Smith if it was the name? Sorry,
We're
Smith.
covering lies by adding little bit. Go on.
She collected all of the sheep skulls and displayed them on her mum's lawn.
Why?
For
Because
fun.
she thought it was cool, or she was trying to be spooky?
No, but then they had to move.
Because of the incident?
I'm trying to make this a
or-
spooky story.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm being Dan.
Look,
yeah,
I'll say it like this.
The ghost of the clumsy,
sheep.
stupid sheep that have no depth perception haunted
then
the mum.
They had to move.
And then they had to move.
Move, because they were bothered by
Who
the...
cleaned up the sheep skulls?
I don't know the end
Where'd
of
they
this
get
story.
put? In the bin?
I don't know. I just remember her mum coming
Talk
out
about
and said,
unsatisfying edging.
get
What?
those f***ing bones off my lawn, Kimberly.
That's real.
That's
this
real.
entire story is real. That is exactly what happened. Okay.
And then they had to send their dogs away.
Yeah, okay, so you know what, Phill, on that note, I'm going to executively say, it is time to be saved by the random topic generator.
Fine.
Yeah, I pressed the gay button.
It's
wait,
here.
wait. How do I control? There we go,
There
we're
we go.
back.
Richard, we've missed you. Do you know we had some Richard fan art sent in? She looked beautiful. Richard from Date Everything.
Oh.
9996 on Tumblr. drew
Oh,
that.
wait, shit, Richard isn't on. There we go.
Magical lights are on. Do you want to grab a ball, lad?
I did that last time, you crank it.
Give it a twist. All right.
Phill, get up without knocking the microphone over challenge.
I'm doing a reach around.
Dan and Phil's magical gacha machine has the power to save this conversational podcast.
Whoa.
And today's mystery ball...
Our new conversation topic is... Do you want the crack? Here we
Yeah,
go.
go on, do it. Oh, that's some good crack.
How large would you like your boobs to be? Which is good because
All right,
we had
well,
so many penises last week.
I manifested this exact ball by complaining about how penis-centric the last one was.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Richard. And you know what? It's because we stuck boobs on Richard.
That's why.
Thank you.
Tits.
Thank you for your service, Juicy Bazongas.
Now,
Do you identify as someone that have big naturals?
I think my energy exudes someone that has a strong rack.
You have terrible posture. I think you would someone that would have like back pain from the weight.
Someone asked me this on tour. I didn't really understand the lettering system. I said double G, I think, when we were on, and I think that's like
That is large.
bazoombas.
Bazookas.
If you've got those, I mean,
Hell yeah.
great, that's cool. But I feel like for me, I'm exuding more of like a...
I wouldn't trust Phill.
This
Phill can
size.
see not very well already, so I think giving him such a large obstacle
Yeah.
with the trip factor, your laces come undone so often. We can't just be making it so you can't see feet.
We did go to a life drawing class the other day, and I saw breasts for like longer than I've ever really looked at a breast.
Respectfully, and
Respectfully,
artistically,
I was drawing
it was a
them.
life drawing class.
I was drawing them in neon paint.
And did this make you think about your breasts?
I wasn't thinking about my breasts at the time, but I was also thinking it would be fun to have some.
Do you just feel like your physical form is uninteresting without this aspect of three-dimensionality?
Imagine you're pouring some cereal. You
Where's this going?
Lean over to get your coffee. You
Yep.
just feel a little jiggle in your chest.
I am jealous, in video games, I feel like we don't talk about the misandry of the lack of bulge jiggle.
Yes.
Was that the worst thing that I've said?
I think that is...
I just think, obviously we've had all of these games where all of these hot anime girls, people in fighting games, it's jiggle, jiggle, cleavage this, and
Yeah.
it's like the men come up and they're shirtless, and it's like, can we get some himbo chest titty jiggle?
I want to see the titty jiggle. I want to see the
wanna
bulge jiggle. I want to see the ass twitch.
There's so many areas that could have a little bit of fun wobble.
Yeah.
Expedition 33.
They did it.
There was some slight swimsuit.
There was some Speedo action, and they were all pretty hung in
Thank
that
you,
game.
Verso.
Yeah, they were not growers. They would show us.
They could have done with the sweatpants from our last episode.
This game, by the way, you can do the game and then have a cutscene that's really emotional and the character is dying. And I was doing the whole thing in Speedos, which kind of takes you out of it.
It really f***ed up the drama. Yeah. If they unlocked a way to AI change movies so you can watch Titanic but Speedos the whole time, not only would mother do that in the future because we're cooked, but that would ruin everything.
How big would your breasts be?
Oh, I dodged that, didn't I?
Yeah.
I don't know. In the same way that your annoying personality suits you individually, I think that anyone's breasts can just be authentically theirs, despite how small or large they are.
Any size and any shape. All breasts are great.
Any shape. Any shape.
Square.
Octagonal.
Well, people go down this body modification route, so you could have a square boob.
I've seen a lot of alien men. I've never seen octotit.
Octotit.
If you need to shake things up.
Yes. I'm going to have a hexagon peck.
Why hexagon?
I like a hexagon. It's one of my favourite shapes. It reminds me of bees, and I like bees and honey.
And the devil, because you're evil.
What?
Huh?
A what?
6.
Someone said you had lip fillers on a TikTok comment.
Why are you reading? Okay.
But I would say if Dan had lip fillers, surely he'd get bigger ones.
Oh, I love... Yeah. I'm so... Okay, right. Firstly, your mistake was reading a TikTok comment.
Yes.
Secondly, who the is looking at me and thinking that's improved?
You've got quite a small top lip.
What is the conspiracy?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You've gone Indeed.
I just saw things where you had
buccal fat removal.
Maybe.
Augmentation. Eye transplant.
Hexagonal.
What are we talking here? What do I need to be insecure about?
You could get those...
Dan's had finger elongation.
I might get lip fillers.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We're going from boobs to lips. What are you thinking, Phill?
I want to look a bit different. I got the blonde done. What else could I do?
This is the slippery slope.
Yeah.
Your twink rebirth, bleach. Next thing you're going to know, BBL.
BPL.
Brazilian penis lift.
I don't know what I was saying, but no.
This is why it's important to think about acronyms before you say them.
It is.
I'm sad because we brought in Richard to save us and we went so much worse.
He made it way worse.
Richard, just because you have amazing big naturals on your front doesn't mean that you can ruin our podcast.
No.
But I hope the lesbians enjoyed that. Was that everything that you wanted?
We've had penises and boobs. What's it going to be next week? Butts.
Oh, fucking hell. I was about to pivot into get things off your chest with the hard launch.
I mean, that works.
Well, okay, yeah. If I'm literally desperate to change topics, it's time to get into the part of the show where you get involved, where we ask our listeners to hard launch things so they can experience the joy that me and Phill have lived.
Yeah.
By living in our truth, by boldly admitting the things that are terrifying you, and just feeling the thrill of the spill.
Our inbox has been bulging with your voice notes, and we are ready to shove him in our ears.
Okay, our first hard launch from today comes from...
Hi, my name is Emma, and my hard launch is that I think that my upstairs neighbors need to break up, and that she needs to find a new boyfriend because I never hear him last more than a minute, and I low-key feel really bad for her.
Oh my God. Wait.
You can't help but hearing these things sometimes.
Yes.
Thin walls exist. When we had our first apartment in London, there was literal floorboards that you could see through and you could hear through them.
There's been lots of sex neighbours in my life.
And it's hard not to pass judgment on them.
You learn a lot about other people's sex lives and how long they last, what noises they make. Do they scream into each other's faces?
And I think it's a valid welfare check to be like, it's too fast.
Is it not, though, kind of a compliment if he's finishing in a minute?
Oh, she's doing something right.
But
is she getting what she needs?
But you can use other body parts for that.
Silently.
Mouth.
I mean...
Use that for however long is necessary.
For screaming for an alien to abduct me out of this podcast set right now.
It's a fair assumption.
You know when people leave passive-aggressive notes saying like, I know you're playing music at 12, please stop.
Yeah.
Karen behavior. Is it good Karen behavior to be like, hey girl, just overheard too much. Do you want me to hook you up with a Hinge account?
But wait, is it not the ideal sex neighbour if he is finishing really fast?
Oh, for you.
You.
Don't complain.
You only need to listen to it for a minute.
Oh, what, you want 20 minutes of screaming?
If you break them up, she gets together with Stelios.
Oof. And you know that he's gonna...
8 hours. Slam, slam, slam.
I think you need to start passive-aggressively pushing them to commit. You need to just slide rings through the door.
What kind of rings? that
would make them last longer.
Yeah. Number 2.
I'm hard launching me being ace, or
good for you. Oh,
I just dislike this guy that much that the thought of him touching me gives me the ick so bad that I'm considering switching sexualities.
Look, I think
Wow.
both are a good thing to explore. Maybe you could...
Good for you. Yeah, either way valid.
If someone gives you the ick so much, it might be worth breaking up with them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, or thanking them afterwards if your next partner, you still feel the same way. And you're
Yes.
like, you helped me discover myself, and it wasn't you, it's everybody.
It's a good experiment. But if you're with someone long enough, they're going to give you the ick about everything.
You think you're funny, don't you?
No,
Comedian.
I'm not referring
you're saying
to
this on the
anything.
16th anniversary.
The faniversary.
If I could go up to myself in 2009 and I'd say, hey, turn around, stay on that train.
Turn around?
Because he's not going to, yeah, bitch, walking down the platform. What do you think I'm talking about?
Get back to Rossendale. I don't know.
Back to Reading, Phill.
You.
came from Rossendale.
Who are you? Who am I?
Phil's out here manifesting his clone.
Maybe.
Next.
Hello, Dan and Phill.
Hi.
I've been watching you guys since I was an 11-year-old girl.
I'm so sorry.
I'm now a 23-year-old man, and my hard launch is that I have severe IBS, and I just ate an entire carton of ice cream.
Well, congrats on the very sexy voice.
Yeah, seriously.
I wish I had your voice. Hello.
Good for you in regards to everything.
You should read audiobooks.
Well, I'm going to take credit for that. You started watching us, and now you are this audiobook narrator. That was us, Phill.
Sexy audiobooks.
Don't know how we did it, but we did it.
Cheers. IBS. I have
Brave admission.
dairy sensitivity. I don't have full IBS or intolerance, but if I have
Please, Phill, tell us in detail how you shit, what makes you shit,
No.
how gassy are you right now?
if I have a full milkshake, it's going to be an issue the next day.
Okay, well, you know, the podcast episode where Phill sits here with a strawberry thing next to him.
Yeah.
Run.
But what I'm saying is sometimes it's worth it.
100%.
The
And
ice cream.
The whole point of this show, of this format, of your message is celebrating authenticity.
Yeah.
Bold decisions where you are unapologetic about your life and you've said, I want the ice cream and I don't care about the consequences. Absolutely.
Clapping.
I mean, thoughts and prayers to everybody in and around you.
We want our
In you?
audience.
What?
We want to foster an environment where people can be honest about things like that as well.
It's an honest environment. It's a gassy environment. We are eavesdropping on neighbours.
I'm glad you're not in the room with us, but congratulations on the Ben
You're
and
valid
Jerry's.
and we're proud of you.
Do you want to give us some more? We've got an email address.
Which is,
I've forgotten it.
well, I'll give you a clue.
Hard launch room.
No, you stupid twat. The microphone.
Oh, podcast.
At
Gmail.biz.com.
Phil's in his, I'm just feeling silly. I'm going to do a bit
I'm
of lying
feeling-
for attention.
I'm feeling silly.
Podcast at gmail.com. Name, location, short text description of what you're hard launching, and you may be featured. Thank you.
Send the voice note as well, obviously.
with a voice note.
Yes.
Otherwise, you won't be featured. You
No.
actually need to submit some kind of content.
We need your voice. And if you got a voice like the last caller, it's very helpful.
In fact, can you just submit one every week just for us?
Do you know what I'm going to hard launch?
What?
Spooky Week.
Fuck yeah.
Press it.
If you're watching, press what?
The green,
Subscribe.
the spooky button. It is now appropriate to feel spooky.
Dan and Phill have a tradition which y'all thought we would maybe miss because we've been like busy. We know no sleep. From now until Thursday the 30th, because on the 31st people are like outside doing stuff, we are gonna post a video every day for 4 whole days.
And they're going to be scary.
They're gonna be slutty
They're going to make you tingle
with fear and maybe a bit of bowel irritation
if you've had the ice cream.
if you eat what we bake.
Oh, he said it. Thank you for coming to our sophomore. What's that word?
Sophomore, you
Sophomore.
English language degree? Are you serious?
Yes.
He's very serious.
Sophomore.
You need to cut your
Episode.
tongue off. You want some plastic surgery. Get a mouth replacement. Episode 2, we're having a domestic. What an anniversary. We're really happy that you joined us. Hope your launches have been hard.
Yeah.
Hard Mondays with Dan and Phill. Start the week off strong and stiff.
Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to stick around for 15 minutes of bonus yap, you can follow us on Patreon.
Where we'll keep this party going. And based on today, that's scary.
What are we even going to talk
It's
about?
scary. I'm scared.
I'm afraid.
Thank you to everybody who signed up and supported us, everyone that's watching, everyone that's listening. Love you, bye.
Remember, stay hard.